Hello,
Oh, there
hello,
you go.
hello. All you cool cats and dogs, grab your lady and get on the dance floor. We got a good one coming for you.
We'll start with an easy one. This one's for Matt. We're going to let Matt answer this one, or start answering this one. This one is labeled haircut. I am a 16-year-old male who has no idea what haircut I should get or how to start. I know that it has something to do with your face shape, but I don't know how to do that. I also don't know if I should go to a stylist or a barber or what. I'm also scared to experiment because if they do it wrong, if it takes a while to grow back, it will take a while to grow back. But right now, my hair sucks. If anybody knows anything about hair, it would be much appreciated. Thanks. Matt, I know you have a little experience in this because
Is this
I
fantastic?
think somebody else should answer this one. Eli.
I want to hear
no,
it.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Don't care about it. Just let it grow.
I was actually I was thinking back to a time when you were getting a haircut, probably around this age. That took you.
Fantastic Sam's.
No, it was
Wasn't
not
that it?
Fantastic Sam's. It was an old time barber shop. You go to this old time thing, you're like, I think I just want a little bit off the top, maybe just some on the side and stuff.
That was Dad's barber, and that dude had like glaucoma or something. You could see it in his eyes, and he was like, "You want a haircut or not, boy?" Just start shaving my head. Like, oh, jeez. My answer for you, Eli, is let it grow for as long as you can because you're going to be bald soon.
Yeah, you're 16. Enjoy it while you have it. Look,
Yep.
enjoy it.
Hello,
Oh, there
hello,
you go.
hello. Sing all you cool cats and dogs a little song here.
All right, let's hear it.
Let's hear it.
It's 69 degrees at 9:41, and the next hit we're going to bring to you, we're going to slow things down here.
All you cool cats and dogs, grab your lady and get on the dance floor. We got a good one coming for you.
Or you'll be at the old skate rink, Skate City, or whatever.
That's what I
All
was
right,
just thinking, John.
couples dance. All right, couple skate only.
On a side note, I did just go to Skate City about a week ago. Nothing has changed. Nothing. And there was I was like trying not to move too bad, but there was like these young guys, and they were like doing their dancing. I'm like, it's a bunch of kids, and they must work there or something. This guy was in regular clothes, street clothes. So I'm hoping he did work there, or I would have felt. He was doing all these tricks, spins, jumping up, hopping around. I was like embarrassed, but I could not take my eyes off him. It was so fascinating.
I will say, Sarah, on the skate rink thing, I just went to the skate rink, and it doesn't matter where you go, you still have people that are doing all sorts of trick skating.
Ugh.
And it's like watching a
Got the ponytail
car
all
wreck.
up, and he was impressing all the ladies.
Yeah. It's like a car wreck, and you can't stop watching it. You're just like intrigued.
And he was doing this like leg pop thing on the ground, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm just embarrassed." Anyway, but you're right. I couldn't stop watching. It was entertaining.
All right, whoever wants to answer this next one. It's 16. I'm 16, male, and cigarettes seem really appealing. I don't know what I find. Why I find them appealing. I've never done drugs or anything, but I've never done any drugs or anything before, but they are interesting and different to me. What do you think?
Cigarettes?
Yes.
They make you
As
look
drugs?
cool.
Is that what we're saying?
Yes, a 16-year-old wants to try cigarettes because he thinks they look appealing and cool.
I would smoke a whole pack within an hour. He will be cured for his love of cigarettes.
I don't know. I still think cigarettes smell really good. Now, smoking them, not as good. I like the smell when people actually are smoking, not on their clothes, but I like when somebody's walking in front of me. I actually still like the smell of cigarettes. But
So one of the guys
Whatever.
that was working on my house today was smoking a cherry cigar. And I guess that just reminds me of Grandpa Clemens. But that smelled really good. I don't like smelling people's cigarette smoke at all. When people are when people are at like a stoplight and they're like smoking in their car, like hotboxing there, I'm like, who's smoking?
Do you ever realize though? Do you think about it? Because so little people smoke nowadays. I mean, you just don't see it as often. You know, it's like when we were in high school. Everybody.
You don't live in Kentucky.
I was going to say, especially.
Oh, you're saying everybody smokes in Kentucky?
In the West, it's way less pervasive.
Maybe it's just where we live, because I'm like, when I see people actually smoking and there's like a cigarette outside their window, I'm actually like, wow. Oh, you're still doing that. All right. You're still holding on. All right.
North Carolina is totally a tobacco state.
What is?
North Carolina.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I see that.
Wow.
So I don't know. It doesn't, I've seen people smoke. I mean, obviously people smoke, whatever, but I'm like, it's just not as much, not as prevalent as when like we were in high school, and you see it and you actually take note of it now. I don't know. But
some of my friends out here used to work on the tobacco farms out here, and like it was mostly migrant workers that would do the tobacco, and they would like shun them from actually picking the tobacco because it would get into your system so bad that it would mess you up. But they'd be out there smoking cigars and picking all the leaves off and stuff like that.
yeah, I would think vaping would be more popular to look cooler than cigarettes at this point. Plus, it smells better. So as a teenager, because that's what you're dealing with in high schools now. I mean, we even had fifth graders last year that were going behind the shed and vaping.
Fifth graders?
Where'd they
Shut
get
up.
from?
To take a vaping
Parents,
instead of
I'm
smoking?
sure. But what's that?
I said, so this is your advice to the 16-year-old: take up vaping instead of smoking?
Yeah, I'd say let's just recap what the advice is. Right? Let's just recap this advice really quick. So we have Matt
you don't
that
get
says
busted by your parents with vaping.
Matt said that you're looking cool if you smoke. Pete said smoke a pack in a day and then you'll never do it again.
No.
Sarah said
a pack in an hour.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
A pack in an hour.
Oh, a pack an hour. Okay. Yeah, okay. Sarah says forget smoking cigarettes, just go straight to vaping.
Okay, maybe that's not great advice, but I mean, I don't think vaping is bad. But anyway, that's just my opinion.
John, why don't you wrap this? Why don't you, John or Ann? Why don't you wrap this segment up with some advice to this 16-year-old?
Just don't do it. It's a waste of money. It's a disgusting habit. Your car will stink. Your house will stink. Your clothes will stink. Just go online and look at all those pictures. Like they have those pictures of one person's house who's a smoker and then another person's house that's right next door with a non-smoker. And you look at the curtains and the windows and it's totally yellow. And I will say, we were in a rental house when I was over stationed at Leavenworth. In one of the rooms, somebody smoked in that room. It just, no matter what we did, we could never get the smell out of that one room. And it just reeks. I don't know why you'd want to do it. It's not even that, I mean, not getting into all those other stuff, just the effect isn't even that great. So I just.
Okay, thank you all. That was very insightful and ridiculous at the same time. Okay. How to stop being a quitter or procrastinator? Every time I want to start a new endeavor, I either get very overwhelmed by the amount of work I have to do or put in, that I either quit it altogether or procrastinate it until I get the motivation. I hate this about myself. I've let a lot of opportunities slip through my fingers because of this annoying habit. How do I stop? I don't want to always keep giving up. Please give me some life-changing mantras or advice on how to do it. Ann, why don't you start us out here?
I'm absolutely the wrong person to be answering this question. Honestly, it's one of those things where it's like you sit there and you spend so much more time thinking about it than it will actually take to do it. Make yourself a list. Now, first of all, I think that a good cry when you have a big project or challenge, just spend a good while whining and crying about it, get it all out, and then once you kind of after that, then start making your list and step by step, take it one at a time and just knock it out and get it done. That's the only way to get it done. But I will say that as a total procrastinator.
Good. Sound advice. Anyone else?
I've had some tasks I've had to do which looked so overwhelming and stuff like that. But if you just like knock it out a little bit at a time, before you know it, you're like halfway through it, and then you're like 3/4 through it, and then you're done with it. And I agree with that.
Final question. Here we go. All right. This one I'm going to have John start out. Okay, because he has a little experience. Because I'll just go ahead here. Suggestion for the 18-year-old male, him, and his 36-year-old female mom to go on vacation. My mom and I don't travel that much together, but we're going to Amsterdam in a bit over a week, and I'm getting eager to go there. I'm going with my mom only, and I've looked at stuff to do while we're there. There's a lot, but one of them was to visit the red light district, and I thought it would be interesting to visit. So I told my mom about it, and she kind of freaked out. She told me it's gross, and she doesn't want to walk there as a woman, especially with her son. She thought it was even weird and disgusting that I brought it up, and she's still pretty angry about it. I wasn't looking to hire anybody or anything like that. Is he the jerk? Let's get some suggestions.
I would first off say yes. Second of all, okay, here's a little story. So, okay, we were living in the Netherlands. We had been to Amsterdam a bunch. Brandy and I were up there one time, and we were checking out. We were trying to get to this flea market. They have these big markets every once in a while, and we were trying to find this one. So I just put it in Google Maps or whatever, and we started walking over to where it was. And I did not know this, but it took us right through the red light district. It was during the day, so a lot of places were shuttered. When I got in there, I was like, "What?" But there was plenty of women showing their wares. It was really gross. It was not something, and it's definitely something you wouldn't want to be walking around with your mother for. I was bad enough I was with my wife. And Brandy was all like, "You planned this, didn't you?" And I'm just like, to my dying day, I will take that to the grave. I did not know we were going through there. But in answer to that question, I would say, yeah, that was the wrong move to even suggest that.
I'm sure the guy was just doing it as a joke or whatever, but I can't imagine walking through a place like that with my mother. That's all I can say.
Have you watched a sex scene in a movie next to mom and dad or something? I mean, that's bad enough. Awkward.
Oh yeah, well, that's all the questions that I have today. Honestly, I just love the fact that I get to sit and hang out with you all, and so it's great. Well, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed that. Make sure to like and subscribe below, and if you have a question that you want advice on, put it in the comments below. Until next time.
John, hold on for dear life. Hold on. Hold on.
Coming out of warp speed.
You're like the weatherman that from the hurricane. You're freaking out, and the guys behind you are just calmly gazing at the solar system.
I did see that one. That was pretty good.
I can't quite move.
Walk by.
Yeah, in shorts, going out to dinner or something in shorts. Just kind of waltzing, and this guy's like, I can't get to the next place.